All right, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. 100 million users celebration, Supreme Thanks campaign login bonus. The data mines are in. Let's go ahead and check out what we got in store. Something very exciting is happening here. Something that I did not expect and makes the next couple of weeks very, very confusing. Number one, login bonus, big win. Next, this is going to be the format for the banner. We're going to be seeing the Universal Spirit Bomb Kid Goku making a return, Revival UI, and of course the Revival Nappa into Vegeta. This guy coming back so soon is kind of surprising, but also a big win. Why not? You know what I mean? He's a very, very powerful blue defensive guy. Revival UI at this point, it'd be cool if they gave him a plat equip, but they're probably not going to, so whatever. Next, the user choice ultimate pickup is here. We all voted for Pycon making a return because the only time he came back afterwards was from the premium tickets. Otherwise, we never had a chance to use him, and now look at that. He's back on this user choice banner. At the end of the day, still save your CC. This, though, where did this come from? The red Super Saiyan 3 Goku is getting a Zenkai awakening. I have no idea where this came from. I told you guys, or I plan on making a video talking about my theory for the anniversary. I think part 1 is MajinBlue Saga, and this red Super Saiyan 3 Goku perhaps is foreshadowing for what we should expect for the anniversary. Or maybe their last little bait is MajinBlue Saga. Maybe we are all wrong, and in the month of May, they plan on baiting us with a mini celebration. Who knows? But this is out of nowhere. I don't know how this guy fits the theme that we got going on right now, because the raid format is still going to be Legends Limited Nappa to Vegeta, whatever, that's fine. We get a free WHIS. Fierce Fight WHIS. So where is all this coming together? Red Super Saiyan 3 Goku, a free God Key unit, Saiyan Saga celebration. Like, where are we going? Where are all these themes coming from? What is happening in Legends? Next, oh yeah, I already talked about this. This is the banner format. Yippee. Here is the breakdown for the new red Super Saiyan 3 Goku. If you guys remember, if you're an OG, you know that this guy is super old. Holy crap, he's old. His Z ability is only for red units anyways. I'm not really... He stunk, so I'm hoping they did a lot with him, but I'm hoping that they made him really, really good. And the nice thing is this is another, most likely, potentially red Saiyan Zenkai buffer. We don't have many of those, so let's see what this guy does. Red Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Main ability: restore on health by 20% and ki by 50, 30% to the next strike arts damage inflicted, 30% to the next blast arts damage inflicted, -5 to known own arts cost for 15 counts, cancel own attribute downgrades, applies the following effects to self, plus 10% to damage inflicted for 10 counts upon landing a strike arts hit, plus 10% to damage inflicted for 10 counts upon landing a blast arts hit. Requirements is 5 timer counts must elapse. One thing to keep in mind is this buff just goes on permanently until it gets canceled, it looks like. So you pop that main ability, you keep kicking the crap out of your opponent, and you keep stacking up damage inflicted buffs until they get wiped away. That's pretty nice. First passive, applies the following effects to self when the battle starts. 80% to damage inflicted, reduce damage received by 50% and 40% to ki recovery. Not too shabby. Well, 50% is low at this point, and 80% is about typical for Zenkai characters, so I guess it's alright. Applies the following effects to self from battle start for 90 counts. Another 30% damage inflicted, another 30% to ki recovery, card draw speed, 20% to crit rate, and 20% to crit damage inflicted, as well as plus 30% to damage inflicted by ally take Saiyan or episode MajinBlue Saga from battle start until this character's defeated units. Ooh, wow, he's a support unit. That's pretty good. I'll take that. MajinBlue Saga or Saiyan little damage inflicted support guy is pretty cool. Next passive, applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. -5 to strike and blast arts cost for 15 counts. Increases card draw speed by 1 level for 10 timer counts. Applies buff effect, nullify enemy spell. Ooh! Nullify cover change for 10 timer counts. Activates 3 times. Applies the following effects to self when enemy switches characters while this character is on the battlefield. Randomly draw 1 new card if you have 3 or fewer. Restore health by 5% and ki by 30. Plus 20% to damage inflicted for 10 counts. Applies attribute upgrades. Shorten sub count by 2 for 15 counts. That is nice. I like that. I like how this is intended to play. Goku bursts out a bunch of damage, especially with the main ability stacking up damage. Your opponent wants to swap out, but guess what? You got cover null for 10 timer counts, and because they swapped out, you now got a new card in your hand and more ki and more damage. So it essentially punishes them for playing defensively. That's cool. Gives him some really quick level 2 card draw speed. Show up on the field, level 2 card draw speed, nullify cover change, stack up damage via the main, and punish your opponent for every time they swap out. This is a prime time super quick burst character. That's pretty cool. Now here's the new stuff. Zenkai 3 passive. Take your time. You're getting sloppy. Applies the following effects to enemy when changing cover. Inflict attribute downgrade plus 20 to all arts cost for 3 timer counts. Randomly destroy 1 card. Applies the following effects to all enemies every time when hit with an enemy strike arts or blast arts attack while this character is on the field. Inflicts attribute downgrade to minus 15% to strike and blast arts power for 5 counts. Activation count resets after character switch. Inflict attribute downgrade plus 5 to strike and blast arts cost for 5 counts. That's interesting. The Goku weakens enemy strike and blast arts power. That never fit his role. He's a hyper offensive unit. That's interesting. This is cool too. Every time he gets hit, plus 5 to strike and blast arts cost. So that'll rapidly become apparent. 5 counts. You will definitely notice that in terms of your arts cost. Next, we also got Zenkai Enigma ability. Applies the following effects to self according to the number of remaining enemy battle members when this character enters the battlefield. So if it's a full enemy team, 45% blast damage inflicted for 15 counts and restores ki by 30. If they lost the battle member, it's 30% blast damage inflicted for 15 counts and restore 20 ki. And if they're last man standing, you get 15% blast damage inflicted and you restore 10 ki. Applies the following effects to allies. Oh! He provides death buffs. Applies the following effects to allies when this character is defeated. Restore health by 10%, 25% to damage inflicted, and 30% to ki recovery. That's not bad. Zenkai ability is indeed for Red Saiyans. Nice. How many Red Saiyan Zenkai buffers do we have? Is it 2? I think it's just Kakarot Goku and the original Red Super Saiyan Goku. So how nice. Another Red Saiyan Zenkai buffer. His blue card, massive impact damage, 30% to special move damage inflicted for 15 counts, plus the following effects to enemy on hit. Destroy all special arts cards. Yeah, let's kill some AoE greens, cancel attribute upgrades and buff effects. Takes away buffs too when you hit the enemy with no restriction on the number of times you can perform it. That's pretty good. Zenkai Arts, green card, restore own health by 10% and ki by 50. 30% to the next blast arts damage inflicted, cannot be stacked, plus 30% to special move damage inflicted for 20 counts. Also applies the following effects to self if 90 timer counts have elapsed from the battle start. So after you lost a tremendous amount of buffs, the green card will now give you blue cards, gives you 50% to blue card damage inflicted, activates once, and 20% to the next blue card damage inflicted. I guess it's just because at this point they want Red Super Saiyan 3 Goku to finish off the opponent. He looks all right, honestly. He looks pretty good. This passive right here, paired alongside this main ability, is actually really, really strong. It gives Goku the liberty of being able to combo freely with level 2 card draw speed, with stacking damage inflicted buffs, with some rather increased crit rate as well. He can do damage, and once you pair this alongside this passive where he is continuously getting ki, damage, and cards when your opponent swaps out, it's not bad. Characters nowadays, though, come with different ways of stopping combos via counter gauges, so that's obviously going to hurt him. But, you know, for a really old Zenkai Awakening, in terms of what they cooked up here, it's pretty good. I'm going to give him kudos. We'll have to see how well he performs in-game, but this is not bad at all. I'm actually really excited to see how well this guy does. Now, next is this new WHIS. I have no idea where this guy is coming from. It could be Battle of Gods. Why? Because Super Saiyan 3 Goku was the first person to fight Beerus. Fights Beerus on King Kai's planet. Maybe that's why they Zenkai awakened him, which could imply Battle of Gods theme somewhere soon. I don't think Battle of Gods is going to be starting the anniversary, but it could be one little mini celebration before that. Maybe a new Super Saiyan God Goku, as well as a new Beerus. I agree with you guys. Super Saiyan God gets the worst representation in Legends. It's actually kind of horrendous. The latest Super Saiyan God representation is from the Shallot, the Fusion Warrior. So that's not good. We need more. Let's see what WHIS can do. Main ability: draw a strike card next. Restore 50 ki. Increases card draw speed by 1 level for 30 counts. -5 to own arts cost. Cancel own attribute downgrades under normal conditions. No biggie. Passive 1. Applies the following effects to self when the battle starts. 90% to damage inflicted. 65% reduced damage received. Level 1 card draw speed. 20% to health restore. And gradually restores health each timer count. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters a field. Draws a strike card. Restores 30 ki. 50% damage inflicted for 15 counts. 50% to ki recovery. Applies the following effects to self when enemy switches characters while this character is on the battlefield. Randomly draw a card if you have 3 or fewer. Restore ki by 30. 20% to damage inflicted. Seems like a super quick burst unit, doesn't he? Guarantees draws a strike when he shows up. Draws a strike on a main ability that he can get really quick. Gets him level 2 card draw speed as well. And he stacks damage every time your opponent switches characters. Yeah, and draws another card. Seems like a burst character. Next passive. Applies the following effects to self every time this character uses a Striker Blastars card. Restores ki by 5. Does that say 30% to damage inflicted? What the hell? 30% to damage inflicted. Damn. That's a lot. Applies buff effect, nullify enemy special actions that activate. So he nullifies cover change for 3 counts, activates once, resets every switch. That's enough time for you to get 3 cards in, so 90% damage inflicted paired alongside his other passive. He's probably going to be... He's probably going to have low offensive stats. I'm pretty sure this is a free character as well, just based off of the art that we saw. He's facing the side. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Applies the following effects to enemy when this character lands a strike card. 30% chance to destroy all cards. Reduce ki by 100. Apply attribute downgrade plus 50% to damage received. Inflict heavy bleed or strong poison. RNG within your RNG. The following effects occur if own health is 30% or below when hit by an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. Restore own health by 35%, 50% to ki recovery, -100% to ki recovery for the enemy, and destroy all your enemy cards. Essentially a dead stop to their combos. Z ability is God Key. Yeah, God Key, event exclusive or element purple, strike attack and defense. Blue card, major impact damage, plus the following effects upon activation. Randomly draw at most 2 new cards if you have 3 or fewer. 30% to special move damage inflicted, and 40% chance to inflict enemy with paralyze on hit. I think it sounds like a ranged blue card. Or this is a melee blue and he has no blast armor. That'd be pretty bad. Green card. Seal enemy special move. What? Seals enemy special move ultimate and awakened arts. Sealed arts cannot be used for 10 counts. Activates twice. Inflict all enemies with the attribute downgrade plus 30% to damage received. -1 to card draw speed. +5 to all arts cost. -50% to health restoration. And +3 to sub count. Okay, seems like a rather interesting update. There are 2 new pieces of equipment as well, but they're going to be... We don't have the information on what their stats are. They're going to be coming later. But either way, what a bizarre update. Battle of Gods may be on the horizon here, just because that's where I see a WHIS and Super Saiyan 3 being related. That could be what we see here. Who knows? Either way, let me know in the comment section below. I'm actually really excited to try out these characters, but I will admit I'm super tired right now because we've been doing a collab that's been recording for like 10 hours now. Super exhausted. Either way, let me know in the comment section below what you think. Gonna get back to doing the collab, but until next time, guys, be on the lookout for the showcases. Peace.